All right, welcome back, guys. So by now you've drawn out who you'd like to be on your dream team, right? You've made some feelers out there. Now you just have to follow up. Follow up is the key if you're going to make anything work. So you need to follow up with your donations. You need to follow up with your volunteers. You need to follow up on everything that you do, because follow up is how you make the money, right? Closers are for cash. Like, that's what we like to say. Closers get the cash. So you want to be a closer, right? Get the people involved in your organization so that they feel more vested and that they want to contribute more and donate more. Now let's break it down for you. The next page, you're going to go through your value ladder. And the reason you want to have a value ladder is that you can see the key influencers as you move them up through your organization. Now, oftentimes, if you visualize how you see your ascension going up into your organization, it's easier to plug people in where their talents would be, where their superpowers, and how your organization could actually be more profitable. So you're not leaving money down here or up here, or opportunities. When we ascend volunteers up to the value ladder, sometimes we bring them down here. We never even tell them about the opportunity that's up here. Okay, sometimes we bring them down through here as a donor, but we never talk about them being an ambassador, a community leader, a part of the steering committee or dream team, or even a volunteer. Sometimes we're corporate members and board members or corporate sponsors, and we never got the opportunity to invite them to be an ambassador, a community leader, steering committee, or a volunteer. Does this make sense? Great. So now I want to go through this value ladder so that you can see the opportunity where each step, you could have volunteers bringing money in for you. You could have your steering committee bringing money in for you. You could have community leaders. You could have ambassadors. You could have donors and past donors. You could have corporate sponsors. You could also have board members. It is the job of board members to help you to fundraise. And then honorary chair. And obviously, as you get up this ladder, these people might see a superstar down here, and they can influx them. And this whole process is rinse and repeat. It just starts over and over again. Isn't that cool? So when I graduated from college, I still wanted to be part of my college, right? I studied fashion merchandising and design in Boston at Bay State College, and then that was 2 years. And then I went to London, Paris, and Rome to study fashion, and then I went to LIM, which is the Laboratory Institute of Marketing and Fashion Design, in Manhattan. And then again, I went abroad to study with some friends and my teachers to study in the ghost houses in London and Paris. So I always wanted to remain in that loop. People love status and people love titles. If you could give them status by giving them a title, they love that. They feed on that. It fuels them. Just think too, you're influenced by the cars that you drive, even down to the pets that we have, or the house that we live in, the clothes that we wear, the shoes that we wear. So the same thing with people on this scale is that they like to have titles. So a volunteer is just a volunteer, right? They don't feel like sexy. But if we say you're an ambassador, that's sexy, right? A volunteer is everybody. So if you could think of a unique name for them, that would be great. But for this exercise, I just want to show you how you can ascend them through the value ladder and not leave money on the table at each level. Now, when they come up to honorary chair, you have honorary chairs at your events, it's great to, sometimes they age out because they've been in the process for so long. Sometimes people get burnt out from volunteering, right? But they still sometimes want to be attached to your organization because they like your organization, they care about your organization. So if you gave them the status of being an alumni or something unique to your organization, then you have the lifeblood of them still having that eye out for you to be able to fundraise fast. So what happens is they might see that one superstar and invite them to a meeting, or invite them to an open house that you might have, invite them to something, right, a networking, and then that cycle of rinse and repeating your volunteers starts all over again. Are you guys getting this? Awesome. So what does your value ladder look like? On the worksheet, there's a diagram, and then I want you to plug in who you think would fit. Now, if you're a new organization, again, just go to hunter.io, fill out a free profile, and start looking at businesses. Now, if you are you know, you have your own values, right? So if you are not, if you're against something, then don't go, like political, then don't go there. Don't build relationships with that person, right? If you don't like Coca-Cola, then you don't like Pepsi, then go to Crest Toothpaste, or go to Priceline.com, or go to United Airlines. Like, go to somebody else, right? And start building that relationship with them. Just pick something else so that it's not political, and that, you know, if you're vegan and you think that, you know, a vegan lifestyle is better than people that eat meat, well, you know, it's like these little things, right? So just choose wisely and build the relationships that best enhance and complement what your services are. It'll be a lot easier when you really double down on your niche and be able to like hone in on that, and they have the same like principles as you do. I just learned, I was just at NAMI a couple weeks ago at a dinner, and it was for the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which we helped in 12 weeks raise $100,000 in 12 weeks. Now, I didn't know this, but I learned this, that Showtime Sports, actually, the actors that are on Showtime, some of them suffer from mental illness. So Showtime, the CEO, the owner of Showtime Sports, actually gives them the time so that when they have their counseling needs met, they can go get their counseling needs met. So I thought that was really cool. So be able to be flexible in what you're doing and open your ears and just listen to what your people are saying, and this will help you to be able to find the right volunteers, the right staff members, the board members, the community leaders, ambassadors, donors, sponsors, all those things that are going to help you to run effortlessly, smoothly, and you're not going to be able to, you know, you won't leave money on the table at any of these other avenues. I've seen where people just send out sponsorship asks, and they're coming in as corporate sponsors or donors, so they don't have any of this opportunity, and then sometimes they just make them board members, or they sell tickets, and because you paid $200, you can be an honorary chair member. So sometimes it's just dollars, and I think that how if you really start honing in on your message a little bit more and clearer, that you are actually going to be able to do more with your dollars further, because you've got the right people, the right congregation helping you. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to go into the next lesson.